Hello, and welcome back to another wife-aggro Community Presents video. We're still playing Guild Wars 2 after 3 days. And so one of the things that people have been talking about in the game was kind of the crafting system. So I thought I'd take a look at how discovery works in your crafting and how you can use it to bridge a gap in how quickly you're learning new recipes, and also if you're kind of falling behind your character, like I was here. My character's level 25, but as you can see, I've got a lot of gray recipes, and my novice huntsman skill is kind of low. There's not a lot on my screen here that I can use to keep leveling up, so what I'm going to use is discovery on a known recipe, the harpoon gun, to kind of bridge that gap. You can see the recipe for the harpoon gun here. It's a vital blood, a green rifle stock, and a green harpoon. And we're not going to use the blood. We're going to use an item that we created called an inscription in a discovery process to learn new recipes and get some crafting experience going. What I want to show here real quick is the collections. Collections is kind of another type of inventory where you can kind of hide all of your crafting items and some of your like specialized found items, little mini pets and whatnot. And it doesn't affect your regular bank vault. So it's really kind of cool. I'm not sure how many people are aware of it. If you right click on an item in your inventory and it says deposit to collection, then it's a collection item, and that's a great place to hide that stuff.
This is a bad time to
travel. I've only been playing a couple days like the rest of you, so I'm not sure if I'd call that a pro tip, but I think it is something that most people have missed.
I have hammers bigger than you.
So anyhow, back to the mighty crude harpoon gun simple. We're going to do some experimentation on that through the discovery process, and I'm going to go ahead and create a couple of the pieces. I've already done some inscriptions, which is the huntsman buff item for the most part. It's the little piece that you can add to a recipe to make it a little bit better. And I've only played the huntsman and the leather worker, but I believe all the crafting skills have something that is along this line. Maybe they're probably not all called inscriptions, but take a look for it. And if you can use the little found claws and blood that you find to create these items, that's what you're going to use for your discovery. So I'm going to go ahead and create three of each of the pieces I need for the harpoon gun, the harpoon and the stock. Mostly because I've only got three types of inscriptions created. I don't have all 6. If I had all 6, I definitely would have created 6 of each, so I can do discovery for all of the different types of inscriptions that I have. So going to the discovery panel, you can see that the stuff that you can use for discovery is already kind of pre-selected for you. So I'm going to grab the 2 items that I've used for the harpoon gun, and then I'm going to use one of my inscriptions, and the game's going to notify me that, hey, I've discovered a new recipe.
Good hunting.
So we're going to craft it, and right away I get a bunch of experience towards crafting, and I learn a new recipe that's going to be in my recipe book from now on. So we're going to go ahead and do that again.
The spirits of the wild,
and you can see that the one I've already learned grays out, so I'm going to use one of the 2 that I haven't learned. And just like before, it notifies me that I've learned a new recipe, so I craft it. I get a bunch of experience, and I get a new recipe.
I pray to the spirits of the wild.
So we're going to do this one more time
I rarely answer.
with the last inscription that I haven't used yet. There's the notification. Tells me the required rating, which I was well past. And then the new recipe shows up, and I get a bunch of experience. And because I've moved from where I was at up to level 48 in Huntsman, I've learned a bunch of new recipes too, which I can show you. So now I've kind of bridged that gap between having a bunch of great things that weren't going to help me with my crafting and having stuff that I could probably start using now to craft up. And also, since I've done discovery now on the harpoon gun, you can see that those recipes are in my book now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the same thing with the pistol and the longbow, although I'm not going to have you watch that with me, but you kind of get the idea of how discovery works now and how it's a big boost to your crafting experience and kind of a nice way to learn new recipes. So that's the gist of how discovery works. If you learned something here, please like our video. If you're enjoying our channel, please subscribe. And you're always welcome to join us on our forums at wife-aggro.com. Thank you very much, and have a great day.